without further ado, let's dive into the heart of today's event. The general lecture by Mr. Arnold Toppen from PUM Netherlands Senior Expert, who will share his valuable insights into entrepreneurship. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a warm round of applause to Mr. Arnold Toppen.
I started already with Sabtu, but also Tapi PUM. More close. Okay, like this. All. First, I would like to introduce myself. As you can see, I have orange clothing. Orange clothing. We have several colors in the Netherlands. Our flag, red, white and blue. But we have also the orange color. You all know our football team? Yes. They are all in orange. But I am here. It's in Lampung, Indonesia. Yes? Okay. At first, thanks for the invitation. Where are you? Thanks for being here. Thanks to Mr. Arnold, he has arranged it. Mr. Arnold is our local PUM representative. And you have already heard that I am working from the Netherlands. They invited me here to give some consultancy to a company. And this consultancy I am doing for the company Gabovira. And I would like to ask Mr. Cato to tell in few keywords what I am doing here as a PUM consultant for Gabovira. So, Mr. Cato, would you like to tell something about it? Come. Okay. You can do it in your own language. Yes.
Bapak pakai bahasa Indonesia aja Pak.
Ya, kita pakai bahasa UMKM saja. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dari mahasiswa dari teknologi lebih sedikit saya juga sebenarnya lebih sama aja. Jadi saya alhamdulillah beberapa tahun yang lalu bertemu dengan Pak Ewanto bahwa ada beberapa kampung dan peluang itu saya ambil. Dan beberapa bulan yang lalu saya sudah MOU dengan PUM atas bantuan Pak Ewanto. Dari PUM ini menurut kami, saya sebagai pelaku usaha di Bandar Lampung dan UMKM ini sangat-sangat membantu. Karena kalau bilang orang menganggap sudah besar, sudah bagus, tapi bagi saya belum. Ilmu-ilmu yang saya pelajari dari PUM ini sangat membantu. Saya dulu mengenal apa itu SWOT, tetapi saya tidak paham bagaimana implementasinya di lapangan. Dengan adanya PUM, saya dibantu bagaimana membuat SWOT yang baik, kemudian diimplementasikan ke action plan. Nah itu kami dibimbing. Pertamanya kami beserta tim saya membuat juga, karena begitu banyak berbeda dan Mr. Arnold sangat detail ke kami. Jadi konsep-konsep bisnis yang sangat luar biasa itu yang dihasilkan. Kemudian saya diajarkan juga skema mikro. Jadi skema seperti kayak apa. Kemudian kami diajarkan nanti bisa ditanyakan apa itu yang namanya do bananas. Ya, apa itu yang namanya dengan added value. Dan kami ilmunya sangat-sangat luar biasa. Kami bertemu mulai pagi sampai jam 5 bahkan sampai jam 6 sore. Itu diskusi kami tentang tentang materi yang diberikan ke Gabovira. Dan ini sangat luar biasa. Jadi kalau ada dari mahasiswa atau mahasiswa ini bagi bisnis, kalau ada peluang masuk ke PUM silakan diambil karena ini sangat luar biasa.
As you can see, we are both in batik. And these products has been made by Gabovira, and they are really traditional from Lampung. So So if you compare batik from Lampung and Bandung, there is a big difference. Yes? And he is really making the traditional ethnic batik designs from Lampung. So, okay, thank you very much. I would like to tell you something about PUM. PUM, the Netherlands. PUM is an organization settled in The Hague. The Hague is one of the cities in the Netherlands. We have an office over there, and about 50 to 60 people, full-time employees, are working there. They are paid people. But besides that, we have around 1,300 volunteers. Volunteers, they are working for PUM without getting no salary. Do you understand what I said? We are not getting any money for our volunteer job.
Maybe I can translate.
Yeah.
Okay. Jadi PUM adalah organisasi dari Belanda dan pusatnya ada di Den Haag. Nah, untuk di pusat PUM itu mempekerjakan 50 sampai 60 karyawan tetap. Tetapi selain itu ada 1.300 expert yang bekerja sebagai relawan. Jadi Bapak Arnold di sini sebagai relawan dari PUM, expert relawan volunteer.
Thank you. The way we are working, we have it all over the world. We have a lot of countries where we are working. In each country, we do have local reps. The example is Mr. Arnold. He is the local rep for PUM in his area. Mr. Arnold is doing some research at all kinds of small, medium enterprises. He's telling them we are able to offer you the assistance of the organization out of the Netherlands. For instance, he has visited Mr. Oktober and he offered the assistance of the PUM of the Netherlands. They made an application with the questions Kabovira had. After that, the application was sent to the Netherlands. In the Netherlands, the country coordinator for Indonesia, Mrs. Ebu, received the application and she said, okay, it is matching to our criteria. Then she has sent this application to the sector coordinator. And because it is acting about textiles and leather, it was arriving to the sector coordinator for textiles and leather. Again, she is judging the application. She said, okay, we accept the application. And she is doing a small investigation in our sector. In our sector, we have 42 experts. 42 experts, I'm one of them. So the application from Kabovira was matching most to my expertise. After that, she is giving me a phone call. Arnold, are you interested by visiting a small medium enterprise like Kabovira in Indonesia? I said, yes, I will do. After that, I have read the application with the questions and I had to write my key qualifications to it. Together with my key qualification and my total CV, it will be sent to the guy in Indonesia, and that was Mr. Kato from Kabovira. So he received my key qualification on the project, my CV, and he said, okay, I would like to invite him to give the assistance, and I would like to invite him to Bandar Lampung. This is assistance we are going to have. Besides that, when he agreed, our PUM organization at the head office is organizing a trip. Not only the trip, but also booking the flight. And now I'm coming to a certain point. All the costs for organizing the flight, paying the cost per flight, has been paid by the PUM organization. As soon as I am arriving in the country, all the local costs are for the applicant. It means that a big part of the costs from the expert has to be paid by our organization. That is a big advantage for the applicant. I hope you will understand this.
Oke, singkat. Jadi Bapak Arnold baru menjelaskan tahapan bagaimana proses mentoring dengan Guru Vira. Jadi awalnya ada Bapak Arnold selaku local representative atau perwakilan lokal di Bandar Lampung untuk PUM Netherlands. Kemudian beliau melakukan riset mengenai UMKM yang ada di Bandar Lampung dan disitulah bisa terkoneksi dengan Guru Vira. Kemudian Bapak Arnold mendampingi Bapak Gatot dari Guru Vira untuk mengadakan permohonan kepada PUM Netherlands. Kemudian permohonan tersebut masuk ke tingkat negara, jadi koordinator tingkat negara. Kemudian dalam hal ini berarti Indonesia. Kemudian ibu koordinator tersebut membacakan data Guru Vira sesuai dengan kriteria PUM Netherlands. Kemudian disampaikan lagi kepada koordinator di bidang sektor masing-masing. Jadi di PUM itu ada berbagai sektor. Salah satunya mungkin untuk Bapak Arnold ini di bagian tekstil dan kulit, textile and leather. Nah, di situ ada 42 expert, ada salah satunya Bapak Arnold. Kemudian singkat cerita dari koordinator sektor menghubungi Bapak Arnold. Bapak Arnold ini ada calon pemohon atau klien di enaknya, apakah Bapak tertarik untuk mempelajari? Kemudian antara Bapak Arnold dengan Bapak Gatot saling berkoneksi, berkenalan. Nah, disitulah kemudian mulai terjadi proses mentoring sampai hari ini dari tanggal 5 Oktober ya.
Thank you. I have given a small leaflet over there. Can you read it? Yeah. And also there, and also there. On it, you will see what we are doing in the English language. At the back side of it, you will see all the sectors. Yes, we are working. We are working in a lot of sectors: agriculture, hospitality, IT, business. So if you pass it by, yes, all people can see what we are doing. So on the first page, if you follow like this, yeah, on the back side you see all the sectors we are working. Yes. So if you pass it by all people, they can see what we are doing. Yes. After you are finished it, I would like to have it back. So you can read it yourself, yes? Okay.
Jadi yang punya pamflet itu bisa dibaca, ada sektor-sektornya, karena ada banyak, ada lengkap keterangannya. Nanti kalau udah selesai baca, nanti bisa dioper ke tempat bisa. Dan seterusnya.
I have told you a little bit from PUM. You are reading something about it on the leaflet, and now I would like to tell you something about myself. At the introduction, you saw already a small picture from me and my wife. Yes? Well, I am from the Netherlands, married with my wife over there. She's called Abu Nieke. I have 4 children and also 4 grandchildren. My education is in textiles. My career started at the mail order business. I was an international buyer, and at the age of 27, I had already the occasion to travel abroad to Hong Kong, China, Pakistan, and so on and so on. Do you know what is a mail order business? A mail order company? Do you know what it is?
Jadi Bapak Arnold bertanya, ada yang tahu apa itu mail order business? Pernah dengar sebelumnya?
Do you know it? No? Do you know Amazon? Yes. Do you know Alibaba? Yes. Okay. I worked in the 80s, so last century, I worked at such a company, a mail order business, as an international buyer. Yes? I got a lot of experience during that career. And also after I had another job, I was a buyer and a product manager for interior textiles. It means curtains, tablecloths, bed sheets, and so on and so on. I've done this also for 5-6 years. But now, after that, I started my own business. And that might be interesting for you because perhaps you would like to start your own business yourself. Am I right?
Betul, jadi bapaknya cerita dulu di usia 27 tahun, beliau sudah menjadi international buyer, itu pembeli internasional, keliling dunia, kemudian membeli untuk desain interior bahan-bahan seperti tapak meja, untuk spray, dan sudah setelah beberapa tahun berkarir, beliau berpikir, kenapa saya tidak buka usaha sendiri? Nah, pertanyaannya, teman-teman kalau ada pilihan untuk buka usaha sendiri, kira-kira mau nggak buka usaha sendiri?
Mau nggak? Say yes. Yes. Say yes.
Going back on the subject, why I put myself in a volunteer job at PUM. During my career, I created a lot of knowledge and experience. And when I sold my own company at the age of 60, I put myself in a volunteer job at PUM organization. And the reason is, I would like to give back to the general community my experience and my knowledge. That's the reason that I would like to do this job. Now I would like to start with entrepreneurship. Do you know what is entrepreneurship?
Kewirausahaan. Yes, say yes.
Yes? Can you tell me in a few words what is it?
Ada yang bisa
Pakai bahasa Indonesia dulu. Apa itu kewirausahaan? Pakai bahasa Indonesia nanti dibantu. Ya silakan, raise your hand. Stand up, please.
What is it? Entrepreneurship? To become a doctor or to become a footballer? What is entrepreneurship? What is it?
apa itu kewirausahaan?
Adek?
Untuk menjadi dokter kah? Untuk menjadi pengacara kah? Luar
Adek?
negeri?
Oke.
Yeah, you over there. Can you stand up? Try to do it in English.
Coba pakai.
Try to do it in English.
Okay, let me introduce myself. My name is Salima. Entrepreneurship in Indonesia.
English first. You try in
I'll
English.
give you those in your own language. What is entrepreneurship? What do you think?
Menurut saya sendiri, entrepreneurship itu atau berasal merupakan pengembangan ide atau kreativitas kita sendiri sebagai kaula muda, di mana tempat tersebut kita berproses sebagai pengembangan diri.
So in her opinion, she thinks that entrepreneurship is a way of developing herself in a creative way as a young generation.
Okay. Someone else?
Ada lagi? Thank you. Hello, my name is Maria. Menurut saya entrepreneurship itu adalah sebuah proses berbisnis yang mana masing-masing orang yang menjalankan bisnis itu harus memiliki kreativitas untuk menjalankan bisnis tersebut. Selain itu juga dalam menjalankan entrepreneurship kita juga harus pintar melihat peluang ke depannya. Seperti itu. Terima kasih. So internship in her definition is somebody doing business that requires a specific creativity, and in order to do so, they need to develop themselves in the business sector.
Okay. I think you have all understood what it is to become an entrepreneur. As an entrepreneur, you have your dream. And the dream is to start your own business. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. If you would like to become an entrepreneur, several things are very important. And perhaps you can translate that. Several things are very important to become an entrepreneur.
Jadi untuk menjadi seorang wirausaha yang sukses ada beberapa elemen penting yang harus diperhatikan.
First, follow your dreams.
Pertama, ikuti mimpi atau target.
Second, do not hesitate.
Dua, jangan ragu-ragu.
And another thing, the third, create the circumstances.
Ciptakan keadaan yang ideal.
And fourth, put a lot of urgency in it.
Dan investasikan energi Anda pada usaha yang sedang dikembangkan.
So, to become a successful entrepreneur, you need those four things, yes? I would like to give you an example to become a good entrepreneur with a successful business. And perhaps you can translate the story, you know the story already. It's a story about the blue banana. The blue banana story, I use this always during my publications. I think this is my 17th or 18th publication. I've been in Mali, Bangladesh, Pakistan, South Africa, yes, you name it. But the blue banana story. I have several questions. If you are going to the market,
jadi ini analogi blue banana atau pisang biru yang sering digunakan Bapak Arnold setiap misi yang dilakukan. Jadi begini, kalau kita pergi ke pasar,
you are looking for bananas. Which color do they have?
Jadi kita mencari pisang di pasar ini ceritanya.
May I have the answer, please?
Dan warna apa pisang pada umumnya?
Yellow, you're sure?
Yakin ya?
Yes. Okay. All yellow, yes. So you see a lot of tables, and also you see a lot of bananas, yes. And people, the salespeople would like to sell the bananas to you, but you don't know where to go.
Dan semua pisang yang ada di pasar itu warnanya kuning. Dan rata-rata semua penjual pisang itu menawarkan produk pisang mereka kepada kita setelah pembeli. Sampai di tahap kita kayak beli pisang yang mana ya? Gitu.
You're doubting which table I have to buy banana.
Jadi timbul keraguan pisang mana yang akan dipilih karena sama-sama kalau pisang.
You don't know where to go. You are hesitating.
Jadi ada keraguan.
Because they are all yellow. Am I right?
Warna kuning benar ya?
Suddenly you see something.
Tiba-tiba kita melihat sesuatu nih.
A table
Sebuah meja
with blue bananas.
dengan pisang yang berwarna biru.
Where are you going to?
Dengan keadaan itu kira-kira mana yang kita akan tuju yang menarik perhatian kita pertama?
To which table?
Ke table yang mana? Ke meja yang mana?
You? All blue? Why? Why?
Because it's different. Because it's different.
It's different. It means if you are a businessman, an entrepreneur, you have to create something different. You have to create a product which is different from your competitors.
Jadi kalau ingin menjadi wirausaha yang baik, kita harus bisa menciptakan produk yang berbeda dari kompetitor kita.
You have to create a product which is remarkable in the market.
Dan kira-kira penjualannya akan luar biasa.
You all know the IT business with phones, computers, laptops. Yes, you all know.
Jadi kalau untuk IT sudah pasti tahu generasi muda, ada laptop, ada handphone, pasti sudah paham ya.
I suppose you have all a phone.
Semuanya punya HP pasti.
iPods,
iPods,
laptop, iPads. Well, but you know a lot about it. You know a lot about this market, yes? There's one brand which is remarkable in this market. Do you know which brand it is?
jadi ada satu brand yang sangat-sangat terkenal di bidang IT. Pasti kira
Apple.
Correct. So coming back on my example, the total IT market, Samsung, Huawei, you name it. The yellow bananas, Samsung, Huawei, you name it. But the blue banana, there is only one blue banana, and it has been created by, who was it?
siapa yang
In other words, Steve Jobs started in the 90s in a small garage.
Ya, jadi jadi perbandingannya kalau di bidang teknologi itu ada Samsung, ada Huawei, itu ibaratkan bisa merangkumi. Ternyata ada Steve Jobs yang menawarkan Apple dan berbeda. Penjualannya langsung tinggi. Itu analogi dari Blue Banana. Di awal Steve Jobs mengeluarkan produk pertama-tamanya itu di tahun 90-an.
He had no money.
Dia tidak punya modal.
He had no sales yet. But he had something. Power. Energy. He didn't hesitate.
Jadi beliau mungkin pada saat itu belum ada penjualan, tapi beliau punya kekuatan, beliau punya energi, dan beliau tidak ragu.
So he has put a lot of energy within his company to be successful.
Dan beliau sangat mendedikasikan energi atau waktu yang dia punya untuk membuat perusahaannya sukses.
So I would like to tell you, if you want to create your own banana to be successful, think about the story of Steve Jobs and Apple. Yes.
Jadi kalau kedepannya kita mau membuat pisang biru dalam pisang kita, bisa selalu terinspirasi dari Steve Jobs dan bagaimana kisah penjualan produknya.
Not only by developing a remarkable product. No, you have to be the blue banana in all kinds of things.
Jadi tidak hanya terbatas untuk menciptakan produk yang bagus, tapi kita harus menjadi blue banana di segala aspek.
Your website has to be a blue banana. Your Instagram account has to be a blue banana. All the things which you are using have to be different from your competitors.
Jadi tidak hanya produk yang menonjol, tapi website kita juga harus menjadi blue banana. Social media atau digital platform harus seperti analogi blue banana. Semua aspek dalam usaha kita harus menonjol dibandingkan dengan kompetitor atau usaha lain.
Do you understand what I mean with that?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. Because if you have the same website as your competitor, or you are using the same things on Instagram or TikTok as your competitor, people are bored. They are boring because it's not news. So you have to put something new in it. You have to use new elements. You have to put blue bananas. Then people will follow you.
Jadi kalau misalnya kita sama dengan kompetitor, kita akan menimbulkan rasa bosan untuk calon pelanggan. Orang-orang mungkin akan tidak tertarik dan akhirnya tidak jadi beli seperti itu. Jadi kita harus bisa memanfaatkan inovasi dan diterapkan dengan baik di setiap aspek bisnis kita, baik TikTok, Instagram, dan sosial media lainnya.
You see over there, business process. You all know what is a business process?
Tahu apa itu proses bisnis?
You know? Do you know? Yes, no? Yes? A business process is what is going on in your company.
Proses bisnis adalah apa yang terjadi di dalam perusahaan kita.
So the business process is going on within Coca-Cola company, it's going on within Tesla from Elon Musk, it's going on in Amazon from Jeff Bezos, but business process is also going on in your small business which you would like to create.
Bisnis proses selalu terjadi di perusahaan besar seperti Coca-Cola, Tesla, tapi bisnis proses juga terjadi di UMKM atau bisnis yang akan kita rintis di kemudian hari.
So, if you are starting your own business, your small business like Steve Jobs did in the 90s, you have to follow a business process.
Jadi kalau kita ingin membuka bisnis atau memulai usaha, kita harus mengikuti panduan proses bisnis yang akan dijelaskan.
business process. Please focus on it because this is very important. Yes? The first step, wonder when to start. You have to ask yourself, at what moment I am going to start. Yes? You have to know which kind of direction you would like to go in IT, or in fashion, or in cosmetics. So that's the first question. Second question, which kind of products am I going to develop? For instance, if you are going in IT, I'm going to develop computers, or I'm going to develop phones, or I am going to develop big screens. So wonder what you're going to do. Yes? Another question is, which elements am I going to use? I am going to use online sales, or I am going to use the normal business in shops? That are questions. Those questions are very important. Perhaps you can translate a little.
Oke, kita mulai dari poin yang pertama, itu mungkin kita bisa merenungkan kapan memulai usaha kita. Nah, di elemen pertama ini, di poin pertama ini ada 3 hal yang harus diperhatikan. Pertama, kita mau memilih arah apa, IT kah, atau food and beverage, makanan minuman, atau jasa, itu harus penting sekali. Kemudian, yang kedua, produk-produknya seperti apa? Apa mau baju, atau mungkin hanya kain, itu bisa diperhatikan. Dan yang terakhir, yang ketiga, platform apa? Apa mau fokus di online shop, atau mau hybrid dua-duanya, atau mau cuma toko offline saja?
The second question, who will take the initiative? Who will take the initiative to start my business? It is not your employee, it is not your colleague, no, you are the entrepreneur. So you are the most important person within the company. For instance, Mr. Kato is the owner, but he's also the founder of the company. So he started the company, and this person, he is the owner, he will take the initiative, always, yes? In which way? By thinking, by developing, yes?
Jadi pertanyaan yang kedua, siapa yang akan mengambil inisiatif? Ini tidak bisa dibebankan kepada karyawan atau kolega, tapi kita sebagai wirausahawan. Nah, contohnya dari Bapak Gatot kan penemu, pendiri dan CEO dari Kegiatan. Bapak Gatot yang akan menjadi inisiator di perusahaannya. Caranya bagaimana? Dengan berpikir lebih jauh, dengan mengembangkan diri, jadi mengambil inisiatif.
In the first years, it was a small company with only a few staff, but it was growing. But he took always the initiative to hire new staff, to develop more new products, to opening shops. That was his initiative.
Jadi mungkin Gak Kira awalnya dulu masih kecil ya Pak ya, dirintis dan karyawannya belum banyak, tapi dengan inisiatif Bapak Gatot untuk kemudian menambahkan karyawannya, mengembangkan tokonya, produknya, itu semua terjadi perkembangan dan pertumbuhan perusahaan dari Gak Kira terjadi karena adanya inisiatif dari Bapak Gatot.
But what also is very important that he take the initiative to delegate to jobs, because he was growing, yes, and he can't do all the things all alone. So he takes the initiative to delegate to his staff.
Ya, jadi setelah perusahaan berkembang, tidak realistis kalau Bapak Gatot melakukan semuanya sendiri. Jadi harus bisa membuat inisiatif untuk memandatkan tugas kepada kolega ataupun karyawannya. Jadi tidak mungkin kalau sudah berkembang inisiatifnya sendiri, tapi inisiatif itu juga menjadi memberikan mandat.
In other words, he took also the initiative to give the responsibility to others. That means that the others will take also initiatives.
Jadi inisiatif tersebut menjadi memberikan tanggung jawab, mempercayakan tanggung jawab kepada timnya, dan dari timnya pun sendiri nanti ada inisiatif lanjutan.
So the first question was, wonder when to start. The starting entrepreneur has to think about it. Second question, who will take the initiative? I explained it already. And now we are going to the third. Who will be involved? Who will be involved by increasing my business? That's your staff. And in the beginning, you are small. You have only a few staff, 3, 4, 5. But if you are growing, you have a marketing manager, you have a sales manager, you have an export manager, you have a person who is responsible for Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, yes?
Jadi kita sudah diskusi tentang 1 dan 2. Sekarang ketiga, siapa yang terlibat? Yang terlibat pastinya staf atau karyawan. Tapi lambat laun saat perusahaannya berkembang, nanti akan ada yang menjadi manajer, ada yang menjadi mungkin manajer di bidang keuangan, di bidang sosial media, menjadi lebih komprehensif lagi yang terlibat.
It means that Mr. Kato took the initiative to hire a marketing person, to hire a salesperson, to hire an expert manager. He took the initiative, but he dedicated the tasks to them because he can't do all alone because that company is becoming bigger and bigger. So he needs the other staff.
Jadi berkaitan dengan poin yang kedua, ada Bapak contohnya di sini masih kepala latihan, kemudian mungkin merasa diperlukan inisiatif untuk mungkin adanya keterlibatan manajer bagian IT atau manajer bagian finansial karena semakin berkembangnya usaha tersebut diperlukan adanya mandat atau pelimpahan tanggung jawab dari Bapak Gatot kepada staf barunya.
Also, Steve Jobs started with 2 persons, and it became bigger, bigger, and bigger. So he took the initiative, a new development, new persons. He took the initiative to hire marketing guys, IT guys, development, and so on, and so on, and so on. That's how you're going to follow that process. I am going to the fourth. The fourth, do not hesitate during the process. Also, Steve Jobs had made big mistakes and he failed. I have read the total biography of Steve Jobs, around 42 pages, and in it you can read that there were also big disappointments during his development.
Jadi sekarang kita beralih ke poin keempat. Jangan ragu-ragu selama proses berlangsung. Bapak Arnold kebetulan pernah membaca biografinya Steve Jobs dan ternyata selama proses berkembangnya Apple itu banyak kegagalan juga, banyak kekecewaan juga pada produk-produk yang diluncurkan oleh Apple pada saat itu.
You all know that there are the big computers from Hewlett Packard or Dell. You know them? You know those brands? Yeah. At a certain period, he developed a new computer. Yes. I see already. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. He developed a new computer. It was absolutely a disaster. He couldn't sell it because the ones of Dell and Hewlett Packard, which were beautiful, working better, and also cheaper. So he failed.
Jadi produksi pertama dari Apple itu ternyata gagal total, sama sekali tidak bisa dijual.
It cost a lot of money, but he went on. He was following his dreams. Yes, so he made another one. He developed a new one.
Tetapi meskipun gagal, Steve Jobs tetap konsisten, tetap membuat produk baru dan tetap yang pertama tadi tetap mengikuti mimpinya.
So it means he struggled. He had also disappointment moments, but he went on. Do you remember during the process of the development of Apple, they have sent it away at a certain moment? Do you know that Steve Jobs was sent away out of Apple? Do you know that at a certain period, Steve Jobs was sent away as CEO out of Apple? Do you know that?
Ingat pernah ada peristiwa Steve Jobs itu pernah diberhentikan sebagai CEO Apple.
Do you know that? Yes. So they sent him away. They didn't like him anymore. So he stepped backwards.
Jadi pada saat itu Steve Jobs tidak disukai lagi sebagai CEO, akhirnya disampingkan dan beliau tidak menjadi CEO.
So that was again a big disappointment moment for him. Yes.
Dan itu salah satu titik poin rendahnya Steve Jobs di masa karirnya.
He was struggling again. Yes. But after several years, they saw that the total sales and the results for Apple went down. Did you know that? Yeah. So the other people within the board of Apple said, that's a problem. They asked him, please come back. You know? Yeah? So Steve Jobs has had a lot of problems. He has had a lot of disappointing moments, but he was not hesitating. And after they asked him, please come back, Apple was again like this. Yeah?
Jadi Steve Jobs intinya selama masa karirnya itu selalu menghadapi rintangan tidak mulus-mulus saja. Tetapi beliau selalu yakin, tidak pernah ragu selama karirnya. Dan akhirnya setelah demikian melihat sales penjualan Apple menurun, beliau diminta kembali menjadi dewan sebagai CEO dan akhirnya penjualannya naik.
So it means during that process, he didn't hesitate and he came back and he succeeded. It means that you have to follow your dream and you have to put a lot of urgency in it and don't hesitate on bad moments that you will see that you are failing. You have to go on, yes? I go to the following. In here, you see the process in a business. It starts by creating a vision. The vision of Steve Jobs was, I would like to create products which are remarkable in the market, which are blue bananas. He thought people need blue bananas. Well, we all know that you have bought the blue bananas from Steve Jobs because he is the biggest one in IT all over the world. Am I right?
Ini adalah diagram dari proses bisnis yang kita barusan sudah diskusi. Pertama adalah visi, dikaitkan masih dengan cerita Steve Jobs. Dia memiliki visi untuk membuat produk yang luar biasa penjualannya, yang sifatnya seperti analogi blue banana tadi. Dan sekarang terbukti, mungkin teman-teman rata-rata sudah punya produk Apple, ya. Yes.
So he created a vision. The second step, the mission. What was his mission? His mission was to be successful as IT company. And his mission, he brought it to his staff. And the staff was at the beginning only two. It was his developer, the Polish guy Steve Wozniak. That was the guy who was the wizard because he developed everything. Steve Jobs was the commercial man. He was able to sell. So they started with two, and then they grow. And the mission was, we have to be successful with our products. He created a vision, then he created.
Akhirnya Steve Jobs menciptakan misi, yaitu ingin perusahaan sukses di bagian penjualan, dan misi ini dikembangkan oleh timnya yang saat itu cuma 2 orang saja. Dari situ kemudian berkembang, tapi dari awalnya adalah dimulai dari sebuah visi dan kemudian menciptakan sebuah misi.
So all staff did know the vision, they do know the mission, and then they were creating a strategy. The strategy they have to follow for product development, for marketing, for sales, for export, for promotion. So for all these areas, they created a strategy to follow.
Kemudian dari misi, akhirnya dibentuklah strategi. Strategi ini kemudian lebih sistematis, dikelompokkan mungkin dari sektor marketingnya, kemudian dari mungkin KPI-nya, kemudian dari penjualannya, dan akhirnya dari visi menjadi misi dan akhirnya menjadi semakin konkret, yaitu dalam bentuk strategi antara Steve Jobs dan karyawannya tersebut.
So with the staff responsible for development of iPhones, they created strategy. They created strategy that all times we have to add new things to our phones. We start with iPhone number 1, and at this moment we are at number iPhone number.
Sekarang iPhone nomor berapa?
iPhone berapa sekarang? Terbaru.
15. Yeah. Okay. So they create a strategy. We start with iPhone number 1. After several years, the 2, the 3. So always they put new elements. And do you know why they did it?
Jadi strategi ini adalah bagaimana caranya selalu menambahkan hal baru dalam produk. Contohnya dalam bidang produk development-nya iPhone, dari iPhone 1 sampai iPhone 15 selalu ada hal baru, ya, selalu ada fitur baru. Dan kira-kira kenapa mereka menggunakan strategi ini?
Because they would like to be successful with their sales. Yes. They would like to be different from Samsung, Huawei, and so on and so. So they put always new elements in it. They put always new blue bananas in it. And that's the reason that their sales were always enormously. The iPhone 1, the 4, 7, the 8, great. Even people are waiting 24 hours before the stores in New York and in Amsterdam by buying the new iPhone. You notice that?
Kenapa selalu menambahkan hal baru supaya selalu relevan dan sukses di bidang penjualan. Jadi bagaimana caranya Apple ini konsisten menawarkan perbedaan di antara kompetitor yang lain. Makanya setiap ada peluncuran dari iPhone yang baru, kalau di Amsterdam itu sampai mengantri sebelum tokonya buka.
You know that? Yeah? Well, if you are sleeping before the doors, yes, then you really want to buy the blue banana.
Iya, jadi kalau kita sampai susah tidur gitu, karena sangat ingin mempunyai the blue banana.
Am I right? Okay. So they created a strategy how to improve the sales of iPhones, not remain only we stay at the level of number 1. No, we created a strategy 1 to up to 50. That is creating a strategy. He has done this also with the iPod, yes, and with the iPad, yes. Okay. If you see those 3 elements, you need certain things for it. First, you need people and organization to develop this. Do you understand this?
Untuk memaksimalkan 3 poin yang baru dijelaskan oleh Bapak Arnold, ada beberapa pendukung, faktor-faktor pendukung. Yang pertama, people, orang atau organisasi.
Because Steve Jobs can't do it all alone, so he has created an organization and he hired staff people to fulfill these 3 things.
Jobs tidak mungkin menyelesaikan tugasnya sendiri. Oleh karena itu dia harus membuat sebuah organisasi atau perusahaan agar dapat memenuhi 3 kerangka dasar dari proses bisnis.
You have to create a culture. You have to create a culture that your people would like to work with you. Well, I can tell you that all young people which are working in IT would like to work in Silicon Valley in the United States of America. Do you know that area? Silicon Valley, close to San Francisco. Silicon Valley, that's the area where all the IT companies are sitting, close to San Francisco.
Jadi di Amerika itu ada satu bagian Silicon Valley itu tempat integrasi bidang IT dan anak muda biasanya mau bekerja di situ.
All young IT students from all over the world would like to go to the United States to be a part of that culture.
Dan anak muda di United States di Amerika yang merupakan mungkin pelajar di bidang IT ingin jadi bagian dari budaya yang ditawarkan oleh Silicon Valley tersebut.
So to come on, you need systems. You need systems, otherwise you will not have the result. Systems means that you have to create an IT system. You create an ERP system. Otherwise you are not able to follow your business. Otherwise you are not able to be successful in your business.
Kemudian selain budaya dan organisasi itu ada namanya sistem. Wajar untuk sebuah perusahaan itu harus memiliki sistem. Kalau tidak ada sistem maka akan acak-acakan seperti itu.
And last, there must be structures. If you are not following structures, your business will become a chaos.
Dan yang terakhir adalah struktur. Di 4 tersebut struktur. Tanpa struktur, bisnis atau usaha kita akan chaos sama seperti sistem.
It means follow the rules.
Artinya mematuhi aturan yang ada di perusahaan.
Yes. So coming back, we start creating a vision. Steve Jobs, when he was all alone. Vision, strategy, those 3 things. You need certain things for it. That is people, organization, culture, systems, and structure. If you have done this, then you will have your objectives and targets. But to reach those targets, you need these 4 elements.
Jadi kita ulas kembali dalam sebuah proses bisnis itu kerangkanya ada visi, kemudian setelah visi ada misi, kemudian kita mulai realisasikan strategi. Tapi untuk mengoptimalkan pemenuhan kerangka tersebut dibutuhkan faktor-faktor pendukung, yaitu organisasi atau sumber daya manusia, budaya yang diterapkan, sistem dan struktur. Dari situ kemudian kita bisa mencapai yang namanya target.
So then you will get the result.
Dengan menentukan target, kita kemudian memiliki
So coming back, this has been done by Steve Jobs. This has been done by Elon Musk from Tesla. You know them?
Yes.
This has been done by Elon Musk from SpaceX. Yeah? He made a small mistake by Twitter, changing it to X.
Jadi Elon Musk ini kerangka ini digunakan oleh bisnis tersohor seperti Steve Jobs, kemudian Elon Musk. Elon Musk juga membuat Tesla X. Terus kata Bapak, kesalahan kecil mengubah Twitter menjadi X.
For my opinion, that's a small mistake because he's not quite successful with X.
We think so.
It means he needs moments of disappointment, yes? But he will go doesn't hesitate. Absolutely sure. This is also the mission of sportsmen. Yes? Also sportsmen who have a mission. They would like to be the number one. For instance, in cricket or in football, yes? They would like to be number one. Also, people in politics, they have the same. Yes? You can compare it with your business, but all people who would like to be successful are using this system. So it's not only a business process, it is a total process which you can use for all kinds of elements to becoming successful within your business, within your sports, within your politics. Yes.
Jadi diagram ini tidak hanya berlaku untuk bisnis. Jika mungkin ingin menjadi sukses sebagai atlet atau sukses sebagai seorang politikus dan lain sebagainya, diagram ini dapat menjadi kerangka kita, panduan kita sebagai dasar etika bekerja menuju kesuksesan.
Another example, from someone who is the blue banana. Another example, completely different, but she is a blue banana. Perhaps you know her. You know the women from America? Kim Kardashian. She's also a blue banana. Am I right?
Different.
She is remarkable in the total showbiz, and you can't compare her as another woman. So she is also a blue banana. Do you understand the meaning of blue banana? Yes? To be different from the others, to be remarkable in the market. It's like this. Okay. Do you have any questions? Because I suppose there are.
Untuk sekarang, silakan kalau ada pertanyaan.
Oh, I have 2 minutes. Are there any questions?
Halo Ustaz, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Izin memperkenalkan diri, nama saya Perguruan. Izin bertanya, apa yang harus dilakukan pertama kali oleh seorang mahasiswa yang ingin memulai bisnis, namun dengan keterbatasan modal, skill dan minim pengetahuan di bidang bisnis yang akan dimasuki? Apa yang harus dilakukan pertama kali oleh seorang mahasiswa yang ingin memulai bisnis, namun dengan keterbatasan skill dan minim pengetahuan di bidang bisnis yang akan dimasuki? Febri Sabtu.
I think the most important is to finish your college, yes, and perhaps you have to investigate some in a way of doing some research in which areas you are familiar with. For instance, a man is not familiar with perfume or cosmetics. It belongs to women.
Jadi yang pertama, kakak selesai dulu sekolahnya supaya fokus. Kemudian yang kedua, melakukan penelitian. Misalkan, karena kan kita banyak hal yang tidak tahu. Contohnya kakak laki-laki mungkin tidak terlalu tahu dalam bidang parfum. Jadi mulai bisa parfum tersebut misalkan.
So it means try to find something from which you are sure that you are familiar with it. Yes, you understand the example just given.
Jadi coba untuk mencari tahu apa dari hal yang kamu tahu. Contohnya kamu membuka bisnis parfum tadi yang bilang kakak punya pengalaman atau pengetahuannya, kakak belajar dan riset. Jadi mulai riset.
In other words, women will not be familiar by cars.
Ya, dan mungkin contoh kebalikannya seperti mungkin perempuan tidak terlalu paham tentang mobil.
You understand what I mean with the? Yeah. Okay. So first step, try to find something which you are familiar with. Second step is try to read as much about that subject. Not only in magazines, but follow on Instagram, check some Facebook, check some websites. Then you will create more knowledge about the point you are familiar with.
Jadi pertama, setelah kakak selesai sekolah, coba untuk mencari sesuatu yang familiar, yang tidak asing. Jadi kalau bisa jangan, kalau kakak nggak tahu tentang parfum jangan. Nah nanti setelah itu lakukan riset ini mudah, bisa baca artikel, bisa melihat tren di Instagram.
For instance, if you are interested in sports, there are several directions. You are to do it yourself, but you are also able to be a manager within the sports world. You also can be a trainer, to become a trainer. You are also, there is also a position that you are the person who is organizing all kinds of events. Perhaps you remember Mr. Benny Eccleston from the Formula 1.
Jadi contohnya ini mungkin olahraga, dalam bidang olahraga ada banyak arahnya. Mungkin kakak mau jadi atletnya atau mau jadi manajer sebuah misalnya tim di sepak bola. Kemudian atau mungkin mau jadi coach ya, pelatihnya. Jadi harus pintar mencari opportunity atau kesempatan.
So research, familiar, and then after that, choose your direction. So choose your direction means try to arrange a short conversation with such a company to do some investigation. What are you doing? Am I able to get some more information? Do you have jobs? Is there perhaps a situation that you are offering me a stage period for 2 or 3 months?
Jadi riset, identifikasi apa yang menjadi ketertarikan kakak, kemudian referensi, komunikasi, dan komunikasi ini maksudnya harus bisa berani untuk bicara dengan mungkin expertnya atau perusahaannya, belajar dengan perusahaan tersebut. Jadi harus melakukan bicara sekali.
Was it clear?
Yes.
Okay. Any questions? Yeah, send them. Okay. Oh.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Selamat pagi.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Perkenalkan, nama saya Kegiatan Saputra dari Prodi Manajemen. Izin bertanya, sir. Menurut Mister, apa saja pengamat kesuksesan dalam berwirausaha?
Kan dia lagi tanya jawab sih.
I think one of the most important factors is, I think one of the most important factors is reasons. The reason is that you have to take, you took a big risk. An entrepreneur needs to take a risk. But I always say to myself, also with my own experience, that I have to take calculated risks. Yes, that's the first.
Jadi penyebabnya salah satunya adalah risiko. Memang benar jadi seorang wirausahawan itu harus berani mengambil risiko, tapi risiko yang telah diperhitungkan.
A very important point could be that you are going too fast. Your organization, your business is growing too fast.
Dan satu lagi mungkin faktor mungkin gagalnya sebuah usaha itu terlalu tergesa-gesa. Jadi pertumbuhannya terlalu tergesa-gesa, terlalu cepat.
It means that not all people within your organization, and you have seen over there, people, organization, they are not strong enough, they are not capable enough to follow you. So it means that you are going too fast. You are already at this point, but your staff is only at that point. That could be a big risk.
Jadi sesuai dengan diagram itu salah satu pilarnya kan organisasi atau sumber daya manusia. Kalau kita terlalu tergesa-gesa, mungkin kita sudah di tahap sini terlalu cepat. Tapi penyokong kita, staff kita belum sampai situ. Itu bisa menjadi sebuah risiko yang sangat besar.
And a very important thing is pay attention to what I'm going to say now. Pay attention to what I'm going to say now. As a young entrepreneur, the first 2-3 years you are very successful, creating a lot of sales. In other words, creating a lot of money.
Oke, jadi bisa diperhatikan mungkin untuk 2-3 tahun pertama kita sebagai wirausahawan muda itu bisa jadi sukses, penjualannya tinggi.
And what are you going to do as a young entrepreneur? Spend the money.
Dan biasanya apa? Kita habiskan.
Buying your Rolls Royce
Beli mobil mewah
or 2 Porsches.
atau Porsche.
Don't do that.
Jangan lakukan.
Invest the money within your company.
Justru harus diinvestasikan ke dalam perusahaan.
The Porsche will arrive later.
Nanti kalau mau beli mobil Porsche nanti.
Okay?
Oke.
Any questions?
Ada lagi?
Yeah. Wait.
Tadi di belakang.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Natasha Maharani. For permission, asking for Mr. Arnold. I am the one of the student who contribute.
My compliments to your English language, but I said to her, it's better to do it in Indonesian because I don't know if all people understand. She will understand.
Jadi kakak bagus bahasa Indonesia kan? Cuma agar semua orang bisa belajar bahasa Indonesia.
Okay, saya Natasha Maharani. Saya termasuk mahasiswa yang ikut berkontribusi dalam usaha kampus yaitu Aula Graha. Nah, aku yang sering bertanya ke Mr. Arnold, adakah saran atau suggestion dari Mr. Arnold untuk kami semua agar usaha Unistore itu tetap sustainable dan terus berkembang ke depannya? Unistore, kalau biasa disebut kantin dari kampus. Iya.
Okay. I'm going to do 2 things. First, your question of that store, and second, the situation at the Cabo Vera company, also a coffee shop store. I'm watching Gabdo and he's already Okay. My suggestion is to create a cozy atmosphere first. Second, perhaps, I said to her, it's rather small, so the opportunity to create something is not so easy, but create some more cozy atmosphere. Focus on the things you would like to sell over there. So not all kinds of things because there's less space. So focus on food, or focus on textiles, or focus on tourist items. Focus.
Jadi yang pertama mungkin bisa menciptakan atmosfer yang menyenangkan, yang nyaman. Nah sebenarnya itu sedikit sulit karena tempatnya batas. Tapi mungkin bisa dibuat lebih nyaman lagi nanti lebih bisa cari inspirasi dengan tempat di mana produknya itu tetap nyaman. Nah yang kedua mungkin bisa lebih fokus lagi dengan produknya. Kalau mau makanan bisa lebih fokus dengan makanan. Kalau mau tekstil fokus ke tekstil. Dengan begitu jadi untuk potensi lingkungannya lebih terarah.
And second, I will give the example that it has to do with your question. Mr. Gato has two shops. In one of the shop, he has a coffee store. And in this coffee store, people are getting some free coffee because they have bought something in the store of Perguruan.
Jadi ini contoh di Perguruan, tapi berkaitan dengan pertanyaan. Jadi Bapak Gatot ini punya dua gedung Perguruan, dan salah satunya adalah coffee shopnya. Coffee shopnya ini biasanya pelanggan mendapatkan kopi gratis kalau belanja dalam jumlah tertentu gitu misalnya.
I watched that store. And I interviewed two young ladies, I think at the age like you.
Kemudian ada pelanggan, dua orang pelanggan di kedai kopinya, dan kebetulan Pak Arnold wawancara mereka berdua seputar apa.
I asked them, why are you here? Why are you visiting that coffee shop? And they said, well, we have bought something in the other store, and we get a free coffee, so that's the reason that we are here.
Jadi ditanya kenapa kamu di sini, kenapa kamu beli kopi di sini? Jawabannya karena mendapatkan kopi gratis kalau belanja di kopi.
So I asked them two things. Do you like the small present? Yes. And the second question was more important. Do you like this atmosphere in that coffee shop?
Pertanyaannya dua kepada pelanggannya, senang nggak dapat hadiah kopi gratis?
Atmosfernya.
The second question was, do you like the atmosphere in this space?
Kemudian pertanyaan kedua, apakah Anda senang dengan atmosfer dari kedai kopi ini?
Do you know what the answer was?
Jawabannya apa?
No. They like the coffee,
Suka kopinya,
but the atmosphere they don't like it.
tapi atmosfernya tidak cocok.
So my following question was, are you coming again to the coffee shop?
Kemudian pertanyaan berikutnya, kira-kira balik lagi nggak ke kedai kopi?
They said no.
No.
Then I said to them, are you coming again in the coffee shop in which the Gato is creating the atmosphere like in the Starbucks coffee shops?
Kemudian ditanya lagi kalau misalkan suasananya mirip-mirip dengan coffee shop, misalkan Starbucks atau coffee shop lain di Lampung, kamu balik lagi nggak?
You all know Starbucks?
Terbuka.
And else? Yeah, okay. Then immediately said, yes, we will come again.
Dan jawabannya yang kembali.
It means, and I'm coming back on your question, what we have to do with our space, yes? Going to the space of Mr. Gato, you have to create an atmosphere that your consumers, your clients, will feel themselves comfortable, that they will come back. But in the case of Mr. Gato, the coffee was good, the quality was perfect, but the cozy atmosphere wasn't there.
Jadi kembali lagi pada pertanyaan kakak, mungkin bisa meningkatkan atmosfernya agar lebih menyenangkan. Jadi pelanggan itu ada rasa nyaman, ini yang
over there. Focus on products, not too many. Cozy atmosphere, friendly people in his shop, create the atmosphere of Starbucks or else, and people will come back. Yes? That is his task, and that's your task over there.
Kalau tugas kakak yang pertama, fokus program jangan terlalu banyak, terus kemudian ciptakan suasana yang menyenangkan dan tetap ramah dengan pelanggan. Sedangkan untuk awal PR kita gimana caranya membuat suasana yang menyenangkan karena kopi sudah oke, pelayanan sudah oke.
And it might be possible young people are going to the new coffee shop of Perguruan, but they are also going to the shop like this.
Jadi kan harapannya dengan coffee shopnya nanti di-upgrade, tidak hanya datang untuk ngopi saja kalau bahasa anak muda, tapi juga belanja produk-produk berbeda.
And that is the cross influence. Yeah, cross influence.
Dampak yang lintas itu.
Success over here, people will go over there, are buying the coffee, so he's creating some sales in the coffee shop.
Jadi dengan adanya upgrade dari coffee shop, jadi pelanggan semakin tertarik dengan peningkatan penjualan.
But the cross is easily to be made to the shops where he is presenting this, because it's close by.
Dan dampak dari peningkatan pelanggan di coffee shop adanya lintas pengaruh, jadi promosi secara tidak langsung berguna dan lebih banyak kita tarik membeli.
In business, we call this the cross influence.
Lintas pengaruh.
I saw another question for the lady.
Ada lagi tadi ya?
I prefer the lady first. No, you will follow later.
First of all, thank you for the opportunity. Pertanyaan saya adalah bagaimana cara mengatasi kendala yang sering dihadapi wirausahaan Indonesia dan apa yang dapat diterapkan dari wirausahaan dari Belanda.
That's a difficult one. That's a difficult question. A very difficult one. I have to remind the words of my wife.
Jadi harus mengingat kembali ucapan istri saya.
When I went for my first mission, I thought it was Pakistan. No. My first mission was to Ukraine, close to Russia. Yeah, Ukraine.
Jadi ini mau menceritakan pengalaman proyek komisi pertama Arnold sebagai proyek ke Ukraine pertama.
Yeah. And my wife warned me.
Istri saya memperingatkan saya.
Because I am from the West.
Karena saya orang Barat.
And also, you can see me as a person. I'm not shy at all.
Ya, dan banyak bukan tipikal yang malu ya
Easy communicating. Easy walking through. Yeah. She warned me. If you are going to a new area, for instance, coming out of the West, going to Indonesia, coming from the West, going to Ukraine, you have to pay attention to the following.
Jadi istri Pak Arnold memperingatkan kalau misalkan kamu dari sini dari Belanda mau ke Indonesia, dari mungkin budaya Barat ke Ukraina, kamu harus memperhatikan hal sebagai berikut.
You have to try to create an atmosphere of trust.
Harus bisa menciptakan semangat kepercayaan yang tinggi.
To create an atmosphere of respect.
Saling menghargai.
So my wife said the following words: keep your mouth shut the first day.
Jadi istrinya bilang dengan tegas, tutup mulutmu di hari pertama.
Listen.
Dengar.
After the second day, tell something.
Di hari kedua baru bisa pelan-pelan.
Because they have seen that I am not the arrogant boy from the West.
Jadi karena mungkin dari pihak UK atau Indonesia sudah bisa melihat bahwa baru dulu.
So after several days, I could able to tell them how we are doing this in the Netherlands, in Western Europe. Yes, and after several days, I could discover that they accepted my experience and my knowledge transfer.
Jadi bertahap. Di dari awal mendengarkan dulu, kemudian pelan-pelan membuka diri, memperkenalkan media dan akhirnya bisa menerapkan ilmu yang dibawa.
So coming back on your question, knowledge transfer from the West to Indonesia, that's the question.
Jadi knowledge transfer pengetahuan dari budaya barat ke Indonesia itu ya kayak
Two things. We from the West, we don't have to think they are stupid because we don't are.
Yang pertama, kalau di budaya barat itu tidak ada namanya orang itu bodoh, karena memang tidak ada orang yang bodoh.
We are not underestimating you.
Kita tidak akan meremehkan, tidak ada budaya meremehkan.
Second is, people from Indonesia or Pakistan or you name it, they have to understand that we are doing it in a different way.
Tapi timbal baliknya dari pemohon atau klien harus paham kalau pendekatannya pasti berbeda dengan kita.
And perhaps our experience has already got a little bit more of success in the past.
Dan mungkin bisa dipertimbangkan bahwa pengalaman dari Bapak ini sudah pernah lebih sukses di masa lalu.
And then you are able to accept my advices.
Dan dengan cara pandang seperti itu seharusnya tidak masalah untuk bisa menerima sudut pandang tersebut.
A small example, one of my trips was to Pakistan.
Jadi salah satu misi ke Pakistan.
And the entrepreneur at the age of 32,
Awalnya sekitar 32 tahun saat itu.
but he has studied in UK
Tapi kebetulan pernah belajar di Inggris.
for 5 years. After he has worked in the financial city of London.
Dan juga pernah bekerja di London.
Well, London, the financial city, I think is the most important financial city in the whole world.
Kota keuangan, salah satu kota keuangan yang penting di dunia itu UK.
So that guy had a big financial knowledge.
Jadi sebenarnya klien dari manusia tersebut memiliki pengetahuan yang baik mengenai
Much more knowledge as I had.
lebih banyak daripada pengetahuan daripada.
But when we were talking about financial problems within his company,
Jadi saat berdiskusi mengenai masalah keuangan di perusahaan klien saat itu,
he was astonished about my approach.
dia terkejut dengan pendekatan yang diterapkan oleh Bapak.
He told me, it are those words, these words, you are doing in your Dutch approach.
Ini kata berasal Pakistan dan masih sendiri, kamu melakukan ini dengan pendekatan Belanda.
Completely in another way as Pakistani are doing this.
Sangat berbeda dengan cara orang Pakistan melakukan
More direct,
lebih tegas.
more straight. Look to it from another side.
Lihat hal tersebut dari sudut pandang yang lain.
And that was the opposite from the Asian side and the Western side.
Dan itu perbedaan antara sudut pandang orang Asia dengan mungkin budaya Barat.
But he said, it's not bad doing this. Of course not. But we didn't know how to do this, and we have learned this from you, and he accepted my knowledge, and now he's doing the same.
Jadi perbedaan itu menurut entrepreneur Pakistan itu bukan hal yang buruk. Cuma mereka tidak tahu cara melakukannya dan sekarang melalui Pak mereka bisa melakukan.
So as an entrepreneur in Pakistan, having a company with 7 shops all over Pakistan, and roughly 200 staff members as an expert to the UK. He is doing it in the Dutch way.
Jadi sebagai usahawan Pakistan yang memiliki kurang lebih 70 toko di seluruh Pakistan, dia melakukan penerapan secara Belanda.
But coming back on your question, we are not pushing you. We are not telling we know it much better. We are number one. No. We try to give our experience and knowledge to you like I am doing now.
Tapi yang diperhatikan bahwa bukan berarti memaksa atau mendorong dengan cara ini atau promosi cara ini yang paling benar, tapi lebih ke berbagi ilmu seperti yang dilakukan.
And I am doing this without being arrogant.
Dan saya melakukan ini, Bapak melakukan ini tanpa adanya menjadi anggota.
And I see that you accept it all.
Sepertinya audiens di sini kurang lebih setuju bisa menerima dengan baik ya.
So in this way we can work together, the West and the East, West, Netherlands, UK, and Indonesia. I think we are able to do it in this way.
Dengan cara ini bisa bekerja secara persisian dengan baik.
Are you boring? No. I will tell them why. They accept me. They like me. This evening I will have FaceTime. No, we have a family group yeah. And I will message them. Okay, I met so many students. Blah 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 blah. Will send a picture from me, and they will be astonished. Wow. Sorry, I apologize.
Good morning, sir. Izin perguruan tinggi, nama Perguruan. Izin bertanya, bagaimana cara menghadapi saing ketika menjalankan usaha yang baru berkembang? Misalnya produk baru dikeluarkan, satu bulan kemudian sudah muncul produk yang sama dengan harga yang baik. Sekian.
Jadi bagaimana cara menghadapi kompetitor saat kita baru muncul di produk A, seminggu kemudian muncul yang sama, tapi harganya lebih murah.
Okay, that's a very good question. Because we are all thinking to the Chinese.
Langsung berpikiran ke made in China, Chinese.
Yeah, am I right?
Cina nih.
Am I right? Okay. Mr. Kato from Perguruan, you all know what is a SWOT analysis.
Tahu SWOT analysis apa?
Yeah? Okay. One of the threads from Perguruan, he said, Mr. Kato, they are copying in Indonesia first, and I am afraid for the competition of China. Am I right? Yes? And my answer was as follows.
Jadi kita kan ada SWOT analisis. Di threadnya itu salah satunya Bapak Gato bilang ancaman plagiarisme dari kompetitor lain dan juga ancaman dari China dengan kualitas yang baik tapi harganya rendah. Itu salah satu thread yang diidentifikasi oleh tim kita saat ini SWOT analisis. Nah, kemudian Bapak Arnold bertanya kembali kepada Bapak Gato.
Tadi.
I'm going to the subject of branding. Because it has to do, I am afraid, for competitors. I am afraid that they are
Jadi ada kaitannya dengan branding atau merek. Jadi di sini kekhawatirannya bersaing nih, takut di copy, diikuti.
Okay. There are a lot of cars coming out of China at the moment. Am I right?
Jadi banyak sekali mobil yang berasal dari China, kan?
Yes. In Europe, we are really afraid that they will overload our market. So European brands like Peugeot and Opel, yes, they are afraid. So the European government is thinking about giving import restrictions to the Chinese cars. They are thinking about it.
Jadi ada kekhawatiran juga di Eropa adanya terlalu banyak impor produk mobil Cina ke Eropa. Jadi brand-brand asli itu khawatir. Jadi pemerintah Eropa itu berpikir untuk melakukan pembatasan impor.
So we are talking about the car situation, copying influence from the Chinese, yes? Okay. Do you know what this is?
Itu lembaga apa?
So you already? Okay, let's see this, yes? Do you know what this is?
Audi.
Yes? Audi. Okay. These brands are very successful. These brands have a beautiful shape. These brands will produce very beautiful and technical cars. Yes? Even if the production out of China in cars is so big, these brands are not afraid. These brands are selling still like this. Do you know why? Do you know why?
Jadi ini kan logo-logo dari mobil-mobil yang kualitasnya sudah tidak diragukan lagi. Meskipun ada produk mobil dari Cina yang mendominasi pemasaran, tapi kira-kira mengancam mobil-mobil ini tidak? Tidak. Kira-kira
No, I can explain you. This company has created a blue banana. This company has created a blue banana. Yeah? It means they have put so many elements within their product that the Chinese are not able to copy them. They have put so many elements of atmosphere that the Chinese are not able to copy them. So my advice, try to create products and items which are remarkable, which are not comparable with the products of China. First.
Jadi saran yang pertama adalah selalu menciptakan produk yang inovasinya itu susah untuk diimitasi.
Second, their prices are always lower. So, for instance, you are producing an article for 5,000 rupees, they are going to 4.5. You are going to 4,200, they are going to 4,000. You are going to 3,800, they are going to 3,500.
Kalau kita bicara harga pasti selalu ada yang lebih murah daripada kita, itu pasti. Kita mungkin jual 25.000 ada yang ingin harga yang lebih murah dan seterusnya itu wajar kan tidak berusaha.
You will struggle as an entrepreneur, he says. You will only lose the war on price from China.
Tapi harus diingat, ini analoginya China, tapi kita melihat kita hanya akan kalah di harga saja.
And that's difficult. But you have to prepare yourself as an entrepreneur and you have to create other things. Like the Mercedes has done, like Audi has done, and they are not cheap, they are quite high. Yes? And another example, I can't drive, but I would like to try it.
Jadi ini kan berarti harga yang menjadi masalah ya. Jadi kita harus bisa belajar untuk fokus pada apa yang bisa kita tawarkan. Karena kalau bicara harga pasti akan yang murah. Jadi kita harus fokus dengan kelebihan-kelebihan yang kita punya. Selayaknya dengan di sini Audi-nya tinggi, tapi kurang lebih seperti itu maksudnya. Audi, Mercedes.
It's difficult to discern. Can you imagine which kind of drawing it is? It's difficult because my drawing is very bad, but you have to think that through. Apple. It's awful, so. But also Apple, as you know, all Apple phones have been made in China. Yes? Yeah? There is a lot of production in China for all kinds of other phones. Yes? But who is number one in phones? Who? Who is number one in phones? Who is number one in sales? You don't know? You couldn't understand the question. In China, there is a lot of production of phones, yes? Even Apple do have their production out there. But who is number one in the sales all over the world of these phones?
Meskipun banyak produk yang berasal dari China dan biaya handphone, tapi tetap siapa yang mendominasi handphone di seluruh dunia?
Apple. Well, keep in mind, Apple, the production is even in China. Chinese engineers and Chinese workers are making them, so it's easy to copy. But Apple is so strong and so many elements which are typical for Apple that they are not afraid to lose that competition.
Jadi seperti yang dibahas, meskipun mungkin China atau mungkin Apple bisa mengimitasi dan memberikan harga yang lebih murah, tapi kita tetap punya kekuatan di kualitas dan kebaruan dan inovasi yang kita tawarkan kepada pelanggan. Dan intinya kalau jadi yang semua itu kita mencari pelanggan yang loyal. Jadi luganas.
Thank you very much for your attention. It was very kind of you that they invited me. Thank you, Mr. Arnold for PUM. Thank you.